r/AskReddit by Redmond ETS. What's the juiciest gossip you've overheard from your loud neighbors? My old apartment had paper-thin walls, and one night, I overheard the next door neighbors talking about the affairs that the downstairs neighbor lady was having. The lady taught at the local community college and apparently started sleeping with several of her male students after learning that her husband had gotten his escort mistress pregnant. I guess the news about her husband sent her over the edge, so the lady had a mental breakdown and began having revenge affairs with her students. After that, I started paying more attention to the neighbor lady, and I saw several college-age guys going in and out of her apartment at strange hours of the night. Sometimes one guy would leave and another one would show up 10-20 minutes later. I guess she was having them over while her husband was out with his mistress. I don't know, but it got pretty crazy for a while. You were in rehab. Well, I'm not anymore, so give it to me. Upstairs neighbor was banging his girlfriend. We could hear her fake moans. Then heard phone ring and saw his wife's car pull up. So being the nice neighbors we are, we said she's up there as the wife goes up the stairs. We hear the two upstairs panicking and then hear the dryer open and close. We sit quietly as the wife screams at him and slams stuff around. Then she packed a bag, I guess cause she carried suitcase, to the car and drove off. But we saw her hide around the corner. Then heard dryer open and close, and then they went back to what they were doing for 4 minutes. Then we heard front door slam and saw girlfriend go down the stairs. Then saw wife block girlfriend in and pull her out the car and whoop her butt and leave. Next day wife threw man's stuff off the balcony and had office change the locks. During grad school we had some neighbors who were very loud during sex. Really loud, especially the girl. Well, the girl had gained weight over the course of a year. Anyways, one night they were going at it and then they got quiet midstream, and the girl said, "You don't have to look at me like I'm a whale." My neighbors at the back of my house have a hot tub and they do not realize how loud they talked when they are in there at night. We first moved in and within a week we heard the husband talking about ordering different varieties of hookers. His friend was iffy but he reassured him that they have the girlfriend experience so it's all good. Lol. Well, I found out that they were religious, because the girl kept yelling "Oh God," and he agreed every time. I was renting a room from my girlfriend's friend at a triplex just over 10 years ago. I was at a low point in my life. It was a shitty area. I overheard this arsehole neighbor talking to his friend how he was lucky he didn't get booked with the other weapons he had after they caught him. He was wanted for a public shooting at a Toronto mall, and a teen was hit with a stray bullet in the head. Turns out, I knew who the cunt was and turned him in. I was shocked he was out in the first place. Glad I didn't fight him for making bird calls with his friends every time my girlfriend walked by. Guy was talking on the phone with his pregnant girlfriend. She most told him she had sex with another guy. He said something like, "You let another man bang you while my baby's up in there." One night a neighbor was throwing a house party and drunkenly recounting the tale of the time he was coming home, turned into our shared alleyway way too fast, skidded on the gravel and slammed into my family's garage and then fled the scene, ditched his truck and reported it stolen. My roommate's boyfriend was so repulsed by anal. He went on this whole rant about how gross it was for what felt like years. He wasn't repulsed by cheating though. I heard my upstairs female neighbor moan while having sex with her boyfriend. A while after he left, her close female friend visited, followed by the same sexual moaning sounds. Soaking on the tub in a duplex, I could hear raised voices of the neighbors. Raised but not yelling. Then I hear the man yell, "Damn it, Teresa, you gave me gonorrhea." Man, everyone else has great stories. All I have is a guy who repeatedly let his cat into his neighbor's building so he could talk to a girl he had a crush on. Well, we were grilling hamburgers on the front porch when the side chick of the neighbor across the street showed up and found him there with his girlfriend, whose side chick didn't know about. Dude just stood there and looked baffled while the two girls screamed at each other, then side chick left in tears and the dude's sister and girlfriend got into it over some stuff she'd said to side chick, and grandma got involved and was also slinging insults. Somewhere in there someone called the police, so they showed up. Jerry Springer. Live. During dinner. When I was in college, the neighbors across the courtyard from me got into tons of loud screaming fights. My favorite quote from one of them was, "Stop calling the cat Samson. His name is Jason." Upstairs apartment. Husband was military. Wife was either stay at home or work from home. She cheated on him for about a year before I guess he finally figured it out. The fight was so bad I called the cops because they were both screaming and throwing stuff. My neighbor, 20s female, apparently only has a life expectancy of 35, or so she tells all the guys she brings over. That's all folks. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this one, why not like and subscribe for more? Have a nice evening.